The raw material of ramie fabric is ramie, mostly harvested in spring and autumn. After harvesting, ramie leaves and branches are removed first. While moist, the pith and outer skin of the stems are separated, and then the green epidermis is scraped off to obtain pale cyan raw ramie fibers, a step called green rind stripping. Subsequent degumming and bleaching adopt traditional methods, including water bleaching, sunlight bleaching, dew bleaching, lime water bleaching, charcoal fumigation, or cow dung soaking. For water bleaching, ramie is arranged in rows in the early morning, spread on grass after sunrise, sprinkled with water and turned over regularly every day, repeated 4 to 5 times for 5 to 6 consecutive days until the fibers become white and flexible. Bleached ramie is graded by thickness and length to lay the foundation for subsequent processes. As the core process, yarn spinning is fully done by female craftsmen manually. First, the graded dry ramie is torn into pieces, rolled into strands and soaked in clean water. Then, the ramie pieces are split into hair-thin fibers with nails. Several fibers are placed on the thigh and twisted into seamless long yarns by hand, with uniform force to ensure sufficient toughness. Finally, the twisted yarns are rolled into cocoon-shaped bobbins for weaving. This step requires high proficiency, determining the fineness of the ramie fabric. First, warping and reed threading are conducted. The warp yarns from the bobbins are stretched neatly according to the preset width, sorted by color, and threaded into the reed one by one. This is the origin of the idiom, threading each fiber into the reed, meaning meticulous in every detail. After threading, sizing is done by evenly brushing the warp yarns with pre-boiled glutinous rice paste several times. When dried, the warp yarns become stiff and smooth, preventing breakage and fuzz during weaving. Meanwhile, the weft yarn balls are wetted to enhance flexibility, preparing for loom weaving. Weaving is carried out in a cool and humid environment to avoid yarn breakage due to dryness. Craftsmen operate wooden waist looms, fix the sized warp yarns properly, and thread the weft yarns into the shuttle ends. By stepping on pedals to swing the heddles, the warp yarns are driven to interlace up and down. At the same time, the shuttle is held to shuttle left and right, interweaving warp and weft yarns. Weaving requires a steady rhythm, producing only a few feet to over a zhang, a Chinese unit of length, about 3.3 meters, per day. High-grade ramie fabric even takes days or months, with every inch bearing the mark of time. Finished fabrics undergo degumming, bleaching, or dyeing. Luoyang ramie fabric achieves pure colors thanks to the local alkaline mountain stream water and exquisite dyeing skills. Finally, the fabric is sprayed with water to moisten, hung and dried with weights to remove stubborn wrinkles, achieving the texture of as light as cicada wings and as flat as a water mirror. Every process of ramie fabric conforms to nature and relies on handcraft, embodying the concept of harmony between man and nature, and this ancient technique is now rejuvenating in inheritance.